Hey you guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Sam and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making a meal that I have not made in a while, and that is cottage pie. I'm also going to be making a raspberry vinaigrette situation to go with a side salad later, but we're going to start on the cottage pie. We're going to take just a few potatoes. I've got about 3 or 4 potatoes here that I'm just going to peel up, and I'm going to give those a rinse under some cold water. And then we're just going to chop these up and put them in a pot. So when you cut these up, you can cut these small, you can cut these big, as long as they are cooked. It doesn't really matter how big or small that you cut these. So I'm just going to roughly dice these up, and then I'm going to put these in a pot here. And then I'm just going to fill these up, or I'm going to fill this pot up with some cold water. I don't like to boil potatoes in hot water. I just find it makes it mushy. So cold water, and then you're going to cook these about 10 to 15 minutes. You want these tender, but you don't want them mushy. So in the meantime, we're going to salt these pretty well, because if you salt them now, you won't have to salt them very much later. So you're just going to bring these up to a boil and let them cook until they're tender. In the meantime, we're going to start on the cottage pie. So I've got my skillet here. Now I'm using a cast iron skillet, but you can do this in a regular skillet and then transfer it over to a baking dish. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil to my pan. You can do whatever kind of oil that you have on hand. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to add in a pound of ground beef. You can do ground chicken, ground turkey, ground lamb if you want to make this into a shepherd's pie. And then you're just going to crumble this up. You're going to add in some onions, and then you're going to add in some salt and some pepper and kind of mix that together really well. And you want to make sure that everything is nice and incorporated, and you're going to let this cook until everything is pretty much cooked through and the onions are tender. Once that is done, you're going to add in some garlic. I added about 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to add in a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste, and I'm going to mix this together until that tomato paste is nice and distributed throughout the ground beef and onions, so that way you don't bite into like a big blob of tomato paste. And then you're going to add in some flour, just regular all-purpose flour, and you're going to mix this around, and you're going to let this cook for about a minute or two, just to cook out that raw flour taste. And then you're going to add in some thyme. I added in about a teaspoon of thyme. And I'm going to add in some beef broth. You can do vegetable broth or chicken broth. If you want to turn this into a shepherd's pie, you can do half red wine and half beef broth. And then you're just going to mix this together and make sure you scrape up all of the stuck-on bits on the bottom of the pan. So once that's heated through, you're going to add in your vegetables. In the recipe, I have the vegetables separated out, but you can most definitely use some frozen vegetables. I do this all the time, and it's a time saver, so you don't have like 5 cans of vegetables in your trash. So you're just going to add that in there, and you're going to mix that around, and you're going to let that cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. In the meantime, you can check your potatoes. I do this with either a fork or a knife. You just want to make sure that it goes in easily and it's tender but not mushy. And then you're just going to drain them. Once you get them drained, you're going to put the potatoes back into your pot. And this just helps the excess water evaporate. And then you're going to take your potato masher. You can do a handheld blender or a handheld mixer and kind of mix them up, but you want them to be as smooth as possible. Now I'm going to add in some milk and cream. It's 3/4 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of cream. I'm going to add half of that into my potatoes. It's room temperature. And I'm going to add an egg to the milk mixture in the measuring cup. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to the potatoes. So while the butter is kind of melting in the potatoes, which the butter here is cold, so it took a little bit longer for it to melt down. So I'm going to mix the egg and the milk together. And then I'm going to kind of help that butter melt into the potatoes. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. And then I'm going to add some extra salt. And at this point, you can taste it and see where the salt and pepper is at. And you can adjust from there. Once you get it how you like it, you can add the milk and egg mixture to the potatoes, and then you're just going to mix this together until it is completely combined. And then if you want, you can add some extra pepper. I did because I just wanted to. We love pepper, so I add extra pepper to pretty much everything. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pepper and mix that together, and then we're going to go back over to the stove and finish this up. And now once the kind of the filling of the shepherd's pie or the cottage pie is however thick you want it, you can go ahead and add in or add on top of the cottage pie the potatoes. So you're just going to add that on there, and then you're going to get like a butter knife or a spoon or something that is easier to like spread this out with. I don't go all the way to the edges because I like that kind of rustic look. So I'm just going to spread this out as best as I can. And then you're going to put this in the oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until the top is kind of nice and golden brown, just slightly golden brown. While that is cooking, we're going to go ahead and make a super simple raspberry vinaigrette. This is something that I make all of the time. I do not have a recipe up on my blog, but if you would like the recipe, just let me know in the comments and I'll put it up on my blog so you can find it there. We're going to add to a mason jar some honey. You can sweeten this up however you want. You can do agave, sugar, whatever. And then you're going to add in about 1/3 cup of frozen raspberry pieces. You're going to add in some thyme, about 1/2 teaspoon, some salt. You can omit the pepper if you don't want the pepper. And then I'm just going to add in about maybe a little bit over 1/4 cup. You can do this in a blender or with this handheld blender here, and you're just going to blend this until everything is nice and smooth. You can taste it and adjust the salt and the honey, and then just blitz it up some more to however you like. And then you can just set this to the side and go ahead and take out your shepherd's pie or your cottage pie. I don't know why I keep calling it a shepherd's pie. I guess because I've always called it that, but it's technically a cottage pie. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and fix up our plate. Here, I'm just got some side salad on my plate here. And it's just spring mix, cucumber, a little bit of onion, and some tomato. You can add whatever your little heart desires on your salad. And then I'm just going to add my cottage pie here. And then I'm going to top my salad with that delicious raspberry vinaigrette. You can add as much or as little as you want. Just shake it up before you add it to your salad. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.